Rest and peace. The divine design of rest. It's God's idea. Remember when God formed the earth? It took 6 days to make everything, and on the Sabbath day, the seventh day, He instituted rest. Adam and Eve was made on the sixth, and they had a job to do. But God said, let's start with rest. Same is true of you and me. We've got a calling, we've got a destiny. There's certain things that we have to do. Some of them might seem mundane, going to work, doing things like that. But God always wants us to start with rest. That's His plan. You see, the world says, do more, get busier. You're almost not allowed to rest at all. But God's plan has always been to rest. And rest is relational. So why don't you root yourself in rest and see how that abundant life becomes a greater and greater reality in your life? Don't let the chaos and the storms around you define you. Let the peace, the Prince of Peace, define you. On so many occasions He said, peace to you, be still, don't be afraid. Allow those words and the presence of peace, Jesus Himself, allow His peace to be your centerpiece. Allow the peace of heaven to define you. Center your life. Say, God, I'm not going to be defined by these storms. I want to be defined by your peace. Peace and rest. Two sides of the same coin. You cannot separate peace and rest. The one walks hand in hand with the other. When you are in rest, you will have peace. And when you have peace, you will be in rest. Without peace, you won't be able to stay in rest. They complement each other. The truth is that in this world, we will face difficulties. We'll have storms. There will be challenges. There will be moments when we think, what's going on? The peace that the Bible speaks about, the peace that Jesus promises us, is not to say there won't be hardships, but it will be that even in the midst of the storms, we can have a calm inside of us. Jesus is the one who promises you that no matter how the storm rages, you can have peace inside of you. So why don't you go on a journey to build your life on the rock of God's peace and find how you can strengthen yourself in that peace. We know that rest is beautiful, it's God's design, but how do we practically make it part of our lives? When the world screams, when the world gets busy, when life looks like a storm, or when the storms of life hit us, how do we stop to align ourselves with this beautiful truth called God's rest? Here's some tips that you can practice. Worship. Take 5 minutes in the storm, in the moment when things seems to be going crazy. Stop, breathe, and just worship. Say, God, you're amazing. Choose to align yourself with the beauty of who God is and with His rest. Peace is a promise from God, claiming what Jesus already gave you. In John 14, Jesus said, my peace I give you. It's a promise from God. There's no T's and C's. There's no hidden clauses in that statement. It's a promise. God said, Jesus said, I give you my peace. We know that there will be storms. We can be sure of that. But just as sure as we can be of the storms, we can be of the fact that He gives us His peace. So whatever we face, we know that that peace is a promise. Jesus is your peace right here, right now. Using something like worship or making a decision to just stop and breathe focuses your attention, your heart on the Prince of Peace and not on those storms that want to crash into your life. Do this and see how His peace can transform your life. God never does things in half measure. So when Jesus promises you His peace, He gives you all of His peace. He doesn't wait to see how you respond, how good you feel on that day. He says, I give you my peace. That's His promise. And when He gives His peace, all of His peace becomes yours and mine. And peace is a person. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So when He gives us His peace, He actually gives us Himself. You have all the whole of God, the whole of the Prince of Peace inside of you. That means there's no storm or challenge that you can face that's bigger or stronger or has a greater call on your life or influence in your life than the peace already promised to be inside of you. You see, we need to just realize and accept that that peace is there, and then ask God, help me to engage, help me to build my strength, draw my strength from that peace that you promised, even in the face of those incredible storms that we face. Rested and ready, anchored in peace and strengthened for purpose. You weren't made to fight through burnout. We were created to live in peace and rest. Rest is not something that we work so that we can have it. Rest is where we start. We don't strive to get peace. We begin with the peace of God. In this week, let God's peace steady your mind, calm your emotions, give you strength, and lift your eyes to see the purpose that you are called to. Let this week be different to the previous weeks when the storms harassed you. Let this week be a week where you are so anchored in the Prince of Peace that His rest defines you, not the storms around you. If you want to grow in living from rest, not for it, my online course, Stronger, Finding Strength in the Lord, is a great tool that will help you connect with the Prince of Peace. It will help you to build spiritual resilience and strength because you learn how to live from rest and not work for it. If you're interested in this, the link is in the description. And like always, we want to say thank you for supporting, but I think you know that there are people who in this day, they get defined by the chaos around them. You know that they need this to hear that the rest that God has for them is already promised. Share it with them. And why don't you subscribe or like? And remember, your better tomorrow starts today.